Senor Randy's Den, as you are in store for another fabulous episode of Will This Damn Tube Tester Make Me a Miserable Freaking Insane Person or Not? And it's been a little bit of a rough road, be honest. Just not a lot of information out there on it. Although, like I said, I did pick it up on eBay and for a hell of a deal, and then received it, and in receiving it, learned that the hell of a deal was even better than expected. Many more things working than I expected would not be working. So anyways, long story short, what you got here is three parts technically to it's a Mercury, and it's a 300 combination tube tester is what this is. Right over here on just this section here is your settings. You're talking black and white and RGB CRT tubes, okay? Cathode ray tubes. That's going to be for testing your old picture tubes, okay? First the black and white, then the other ones. And it tests them for a whole lot of just crazy different things. Leakage to, I mean, what's it say? You got G1, what does that say? Quality, G2 screen, G4 focus anode, cathode is that setting, and then filament, continuity, life test. It would be the first one over here on the left. You got leakage on this switch, and then durability, I believe it says, yeah, durability underneath, and then this is just your filament settings here. You push to reactivate, press to reactivate. That button's there just to check, and if you need one that you need to reform or whatever. So it's a long process. I really don't want to get complicated with it. And then over on this side, this section purely right here is VOM, volt ohm meter, and basically is you got AC. Actually, it goes, we can do it right here. AC, DC settings, ohms. What does that say? I believe milliamps. Yep, milliamps. And then, man, my eyes are bad today. Caps. Capacitors. So we can test them too. That I've actually been struggling with is the capacitor test. It has a low and high settings. But anyways, besides that, my big thing is the tube tester part, because I love the lights and the glowing and the filament and all the good stuff going on with tube testers. It's freaking so cool. So anyways, enough babble batter. Let's get at her. Cut the chatter. Okay, we're set up here. I'll try to back you up so I can kind of show you, give you an overall. Oh, I can't. So anyways, over here, behind there, you got the isolation transformer back in there with the crap in front of it. Power supply on top of it. We won't be using that. There's a kilowatt in there. It'll be plugged into that. And there is where we're plugged in. We come into the back of this unit and we're going to start it up on off. And immediately then we're going to switch to not CRT to tube. And then over here is the last one on the dial. This is your main setting. Whatever one you're on here, that's what you're working with. So you got off, 1, 2, or 3, you know, as it's sectioned. Which is pretty neat. I mean, back in the day, this thing was the freaking Cadillac, you know? I mean, to me, it's freaking cool. It's super, super cool. So anyways, we'll back you up here, get you straight and squared up a little bit. Try to look a little presentable, you know. All the millions and billions of people watching. So, get this thing kicked on over here. So we're fired up. Currently we are taking in, and I do have a meter here too for your viewing pleasures. We are doing nothing because I didn't hit the switch yet, so I'm going to hit the switch. And I have this just for my show and tell, was with me working on it. Right here, this guy right here, this little analog meter. Just to show what's going on, these are my multi-liter leads for the output. of testing on the VOM. But I wanted to see what it was doing, because I was having issues with, there seemed to be a lot of issues I was having. I did find the book, luckily, I found the biggest thing that I need for certain, and that's the tube chart, Model 300 tube chart. And I had gone on, I kind of had nowhere else to go. I could find a bunch of the 301, it seemed, if I remember correctly now. My stories change as the days get longer now. And no 300. Someone on radio, how's it go? Antique Radio Museum. In fact, his name was, someone told me, get a hold of Steve, yeah. So the Steve, and I got a hold of him, and he ended up for a nominal fee. Sent me, and I mean, I think it was a great nominal fee. I really appreciate what he did, because I would have been lost without what he did. So however many pages, I'm just going to guess quick, probably 15 pages of, these are all just tube charts. There's like 3 columns per page, and you just look up your tube, if you're lucky enough to have a tube that has the labeling still on it. And then across from that, you got your settings, which is, you select boom, which is A through A through I, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I. 0 to 100, that's your load setting. So that's your selector, your load setting, and then your function. And I believe the function is the function that it's going to put out into what socket, you know, because even the sockets vary per different. Because just to make it simple and clear, these 7 right here, this one's different, this is the oddball, but these 7 right here are all the same. You can fit one tube in all 7 of them. It'll fit in if you have the right octal tube, okay? Now, let's get this kicked on, so we'll get it warming up. You can see, it took me so long to get this idiot, I know what they call it, idiot light, because I'm an idiot. I had it absolutely working fine and going. We are at 8 watts. We're drawn off of the unit over there. Had it working, and I had to play around with it because, like I said, I was having some bounce. It was almost like some stiction going on with my meter here. It would go about almost halfway, and it would hang up, and sometimes it would hang there, and then other times it would hang, and then go into the green and kind of bounce around. So fought like hell with that, and you could just barely see it. It was actually like an orange glow before I did change that. But if you do get to see behind there, I actually have it glued. Yeah, super glued. No, hot glued here on the bottom, and then just hanging from the top, and then just a little clampy here, sort of kind of set up, because it's a nightmare to work on. If you any other way, you're either working on the face of it, the front, and you can't access nothing in the back, or just the opposite, you access the back and nothing with the front. So that's the only way I figured works best. So having issues, come to find out, I did some further checking, and then bantering it off with my buddy. He says, hey, your little capacitor back there is cracked. So we got this capacitor, and no kidding, if it ain't right on the switch here, our switch for checking our the quality, and that would, like I say, the way the meter was working, it seemed like it wasn't the actual meter itself, because it had kind of no rhyme or reason. It would hang, it wouldn't, it would hang, it wouldn't. But anyways, yeah, here's the capacitor to come out. I can't even try to tell you. Let's see if that thing will focus. What kind of capacitor that is. I'm guessing polypropylene, which is now, like you see it as the green caps. In fact, you'll see some of the green caps even get this texture. I don't know what makes them do it. It's almost like someone sprinkled them with a little water and poured some salt on them and was ready to eat them like for an hors d'oeuvre. almost that's what this is, or like a gummy, salty gummy drop. I mean, that's exactly what this looks like. I'm not real familiar with these, but anyways, that tested, what was it, 2K, 2.1K or something like that. So it didn't even test as a capacitor, and that was with the leg pulled and everything. And then this capacitor, which I actually had this one tested out and it came out good. This is the one that one of my other videos there when I was first talking about this. I thought I had it taped. It first tested 100 ohms. 100 ohms on the silly old waggler here, and obviously it is a capacitor. I think it's a 0.05. Yes, it is 0.05, and it's a I forget the voltage on it. Was it 60 volts? Yeah, 6 volt. 290 microfarad, that's right, 6 volt. And this one, I had to do process elimination to figure out which one this one was. Whoop. Yeah, anyways, this one ended up shirting the bed too, left a big shard mark. So it wasn't testing good, and it was right again in line. It's right behind this, the way this is set up. So boom, got rid of that too. So them are out. And hoping, now I haven't changed it or tested anything since. So you're getting a live, play it again, look at what happens here. The thing could totally detonate and freaking blow up my face. I mean, who knows? You're going to find out, and that's the way it's going to be, because that's the way it is. So anyways, if you see here, I will tell you now, once I put the tube in, you're going to see this light up, and it says gas on top, and underneath it says short. And the reason that is lighting up is because it's feeling some say like impedance. It's getting from the meter here. If it's disconnected, it'll actually go right out. I'm just going to kind of grab a bulb that, hopefully one that I can find and do have. Maybe I should grab one that I'm pretty certain that I do have on the listing chart here. What do we got here? RCA. Let me get my Schmeichels. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to find nothing on this one. That is the... Oh, yeah, there it is. Wow, OA3. Oh, I think this is a special bulb for some reason. I don't remember. It's an octal. As you can see, it's got the center pin, and then it has the notch, so you can't... It keys to how it... OA3. How it lines up. So here's our chart. You start from the beginning, it makes it a little easier. The beginning is somewhere in here. O, actually the numbers, most of it's numbers, so O is going to be somewhere back in here. Here is letters, starting with letters. Yeah, man. OA3, so E, F, E, H, L, Motherfart, and no O, and P as in piss on that. That didn't work out too good. So OA3 will go, here's like the, must be like the addendum, extra pages that you get here with it. Oh, this is, yeah, you can see that's the circuit. We got, come on. OA3. If I don't keep saying it, I'll forget it right away. So, OA3. Oh, nothing even close. Fuck. Farking. That sucks ass. So, anyways, yeah, there's a lot going on with this thing. So, just for instance, here's what you're looking at. This disaster is my transformer. And, yeah, that's how many... This is the voltages I'm looking for. This is the ones that I have had at the time. Again, I haven't redone it since changing out them capacitors, or 2 capacitors, and that. Also doing all this, I've cleaned the sockets, tightened some of them up. I cleaned the pots, cleaned it up. I had a freaking thing of deoxit you just spray, and you're making a spray like that, and it goes and just sprays everywhere. Luckily, not back in your face. But besides that, just everywhere. It just sprays everywhere. So pretty much the whole back ended up getting sprayed, and I was like just really ready to freaking snap on the whole operation. Then I'm like, whatever, it's freaking, it's gonna help it. The deoxit is anyway. So, oh yeah, all my switches and all that are pretty good, actually, as far as that goes. Shit. What? 50C5. Here, we'll do this one. Because I know this is at least in here. So we'll do with the little one. This is just a small, again, this is a small tube amp. That's all I freaking know. I don't know a lot. 50C5, I have it on the front, luckily. H18K14. So we go right to here, simply you go H18, there's 20, drop it down just a here, H18K, K is the very first setting, and then 14 is the actual socket that I put this in. So you'll see there's a pin missing here. I have it a tiny little mark on the missing one here where it plugs in, and bada bing. I'm going to do it with it turned off first, because I feel that that's a lot easier. It won't be such a big hit on my tube. You'll see me do it live, just slamming it in there, wrecking everything. Not giving a, just I'm yapping. Okay, it's in. Bang bang. Light comes on nice. After I finally changed it out. I fought like hell forever. I had the back of the damn, it's a weird setup there. It's actually a whole board that has like 20 resistors on it, all tiny precision resistors. I think they're for the VOM. The vominator. The vomit meter. Anyways, that have two little clamps on them. All the wires are there, but you take the clamps off, then the holes, they fall, the whole board falls off like this, but the wires hold it up. And then you got to work down in there, like on the other side right there. Yeah, a lot of fun. I'll take you like a sky view cam on a ride to show you how I did that in a second here. But let's get this under. Actually, I'll do it real quick because we'll let that warm up, and it's slowly getting warm. So give me a second here. You're gonna get a little shaky, so don't get too nervous. Hope you don't get seasick. Alright, we're going to try to make this as easy as possible on the viewers and not just destroy all of you. So we're going to come up and bounce around. And I need some light. Man, this little light right here. I mean, whatever. It's a light that... well, it was lighting right up. You gotta... I wonder if I ran it dead. I think I left it on. Oh, damn it. Oh, now I gotta plug one of these in. Luckily, I got backup plans. Yeah, that little light, that's my mistake that it ain't working. That thing is pretty sweet to have. And it has different settings, and the way it just goes wherever you need it. It's because it's stuck. It's magnetized on a ball. It's freaking genius. The whole little setup there. Someone was really on the ball. I freaking love when someone comes up with an idea like that. And then on top of it, they sell... I think I did a little video on it, actually. They sell the second part to that, which, oh, is right here. Has a stickum on the back. So say you got a vent like I got here. You know, trunk work above. So, boom. I can stick it here. Put the ball on it. It's hard to do with one hand. So the ball would be on it here. It's the steel ball. It's actually a heavy little ball. We stuck on that, and then you could just pull this off of here and stick it right on the ball. And again, it's so strong, the magnet is, that from it stuck up on the trunk here, you could adjust it to wherever you want. So yeah, that thing is awesome. And I'm waiting for this to pop on. Why is it not popping on? This is my, I mean, I don't know if you're going to be able to see much back here without, why is this damn thing, My patience is really running thin now because I feel like I'm getting jerked off. It freaking pisses me off. I'm freaking getting screwed over. Thank you for endless prayers. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, if you see something real cool down here at the bottom, it's a, was it a 4x6 bulb? Came with it. And, yeah, that thing is neat. Now that's got some big voltages going to it. It's like 520 volts, something like that. Shooting right to that, to one of the taps on that. It's got a bunch of taps. If I bring the light back in, I'll try not to. This actually has I can adjust the. Yeah, if you ain't doing 10 things at once, you can. There we go. You can adjust it. Or it just does what it wants. Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck that thing. How about that? Fuck it. Okay, anyways, I hope you guys can see. Alright, because I'm giving up on shit that I can't get to work right. It's pissing me off. It's the way it is when you film. At the end of the day, you're just wore out. So yeah, you can see that everything kind of got a spray down. And then I went back through. I mean, it was like puddled up all down here and that. And I like kind of like mopped it up and then used it to clean on the other components and that. So everything got its big shakedown. But yeah, so pretty much is what I had going on is, if I can get that, there we go. So I had these two washers here come off. So that one there and that one there. And then this whole board here, this whole apparatus board comes off. Not fully off because all these wires are attached. That whole wrap of wires, these are all attached. It just, then it kind of hangs out here, you know. The big capacitor right there wants it hang down there. These are just studs off the back of the meter here. Remember, the meter's directly in front. And it was, so the bulb is, that bulb, if you look, it's so hard to see. I hope you guys can even remotely see what I'm talking about. In there, you'll see like a faint light. If I can not bounce it off the wires. And that is it, with the, like a shield on it to directionalize the, yeah. It was a lot of fun. It sucks. I had it working. I just needed like a little more because it would, again, with the meter acting the way it was, it would fade out and then come back on. I thought they might have been linked. Like, oh, maybe the bulb having a bad connection and then that's linked to the meter. Maybe that's part of the issue, but it obviously wasn't. But anyways, it's fixed now. And then I kind of cleaned up whatever I could back there while I was at it. Hoping I'd never have to take that apart again in a long time. This light little bulb here, that little neon, there's 3 neons in this altogether. That is the short or the gas one that comes on, because again I have the little analog meter lined up in line with it, just because I want to see the settings. And here was a capacitor I changed out, this one here. And that one actually was good. It I thought I had it reformed, but it ended up crapping out. I don't know if no, because I even brought it up. I was careful to bring it up slow, but it happens. And then I replaced another one over here somewhere. Oh yeah, I gotta take you on another helicopter. Boom, 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 boom. So back on the helicopter tour, we're in here, and if you look, that worked out good. Turn the light on. Now I gotta stand right in front of it. Oh yeah, it's down here, right there. That one, that black. Oh, I can't get my finger. There it is. See that one? It's reflecting off back in your eyeballs. Yep, that is the one I changed out. 600 volt, what was it, 0.02 microfarad, I believe, was it. Don't quote me to it, but yeah. And yep, here's the, what I'm saying. This is a slide switch that you're curious with. That once I hit the button in the front, the slide pushes all the way back, makes the connection, and then it goes to the meter. So anyways, get you back in the front and get this making more sense to you. We can push the button and get this set up so you guys can see something working here. That would be nice for once, huh? Instead of babble, freaking yob, blah, 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 yawn, job. Okay. Okay, guys, get you back in here. Try to make it so you can see the, oh, beautiful. You see the meter just in time for the furnace to kick on, but looks like I got that zapped in pretty good. So you'll see this bounce as I do my test. Oh yeah, she's got some heat to her now, which is good. You have some nice filament heater coming and glowing. You can see it glowing off of the top. And I'm gonna hit the button and see what happens. You're gonna watch on the meter. And you'll see the deflection actually show up over here too. I'll change that here for you in a second. But see, you're reading a little low. I've always been reading low. And again, that has something to do with it. And that